Well, there's a lot of new technology in cars these days.
But many of them on the road still have tape decks. A new study says that the average vehicle in the United States is 11 and a half years old. That's a record high. Kate Raditz shows us why our cars are lasting longer.
In today's automotive market, manufacturers want you to believe that spending $70,000 on a new pickup truck loaded with touchscreens and electronics is your only option for reliable transportation. They've engineered modern trucks with planned obsolescence, complex electronics that fail just after the warranty expires, and proprietary systems that cost thousands to repair. The average 2025 pickup now contains over 100 million lines of code. That's 100 million potential failure points in vehicles increasingly designed to be disposable rather than repairable. But hidden in plain sight is an alternative that truck manufacturers don't want you to discover. For less than the down payment on a new Ford F-150, you can purchase an entire pickup truck that will likely outlast anything built today. These mechanical masterpieces from the 1990s and early 2000s were built during an era when durability was still a priority, when vehicles were designed to be repaired rather than replaced, and when simplicity was valued over complexity. While modern trucks are engineered to last through their warranty period, these older workhorses were overbuilt to run for decades. You might assume these affordable, durable trucks are all beaten-up work vehicles with hundreds of thousands of miles and endless problems. That's exactly what dealerships want you to believe, so you'll keep financing new vehicles at record-high interest rates. But the surprising truth is that with some careful shopping, you can still find these mechanical tanks with reasonable mileage, clean histories, and decades of service life remaining, often for less than $4,000. What's even more shocking is what repair statistics reveal about these older trucks compared to their modern counterparts. According to extended warranty claims data, trucks built between 1995 and 2005 actually require fewer major repairs at 200,000 miles than many 2023 to 2025 models need at just 60,000 miles. Modern trucks might have fancier features, but their fundamental reliability has plummeted as manufacturers have prioritized electronics over durability. The evidence is clear. They literally don't build them like they used to. Which affordable old pickup trucks can still be purchased for around $4,000 that will outlast nearly anything on the road today? What makes these specific models so incredibly durable? And how can you find the best examples that will provide reliable transportation for years to come while the rest of the world is drowning in car payments? Let's dive into these mechanical masterpieces that automotive manufacturers hope you'll forget about. 1. 1996 to 2004 Toyota Tacoma. First generation, the immortal compact. The first generation Toyota Tacoma represents everything modern trucks aren't. Simple, durable, and built with minimal compromise. This truck earned its legendary reputation not through marketing but through countless examples, surpassing 300,000. 400,000, and even 500,000 miles with basic maintenance. YouTube is filled with videos of high-mileage Tacomas still running strong when their electronic-laden descendants have long since been scrapped. What makes this Tacoma exceptional isn't cutting-edge technology or luxury features, it's Toyota's obsessive engineering during their golden era of reliability. The available 3.4-liter V6 engine is widely regarded as one of the most durable engines ever built, with timing components designed to last twice as long as competitors. The manual transmission options are virtually bulletproof, and even the automatic transmissions, when serviced regularly, routinely exceed 250,000 miles. Remarkably, these trucks have maintained their functionality despite their age. The frame was fully boxed and overbuilt compared to competitors, with many examples still structurally sound, even in salt belt states. The interior materials were selected for durability rather than appearance, which explains why 25-year-old Tacoma seats often show less wear than 5-year-old seats in modern trucks. You can still find these Tacomas with under 150,000 miles for around $4,000, representing incredible value compared to newer trucks. When shopping, focus on examples from the Southwest where rust is less likely to be an issue. The most common issues to check are lower ball joints and timing belt maintenance, both relatively inexpensive repairs compared to the catastrophic electronics failures in modern vehicles. Extended warranty data shows these first-gen Tacomas have among the lowest claim rates of any vehicle from this era, with major powertrain failures approximately 78% less common than in competitive compact trucks from the same period. That's not marketing hype, it's statistical evidence of exceptional engineering. 2. 1994 to 2002. Dodge Ram 2500 with Cummins diesel, the million-mile powertrain. While most vehicles from this era have long since disappeared from roads, the second-generation Dodge Ram with the 5.9-liter Cummins diesel engine continues to rack up miles that seem almost impossible. This isn't just another old truck, it's a purpose-built workhorse with a powertrain so over-engineered that examples exceeding 1 million miles exist with original engines and transmissions. The heart of this truck's legendary durability is the 5.9-liter Cummins inline-6 diesel engine. Unlike modern diesel engines compromised by complex emissions equipment, the 12-valve Cummins and early 24-valve versions were built with simplicity and durability as primary design goals. The engine block features cylinder walls nearly twice as thick as comparable gasoline engines. The forged steel crankshaft is so overbuilt that it can handle double the factory horsepower without modification. What makes these trucks particularly valuable in 2025 is their mechanical simplicity. Unlike modern diesel pickups that require specialized diagnostic equipment and computers to service, most maintenance on the Cummins can be performed with basic tools. There are no complex electronic control systems to fail, no expensive sensors that render the truck inoperable when they malfunction, and no proprietary software preventing owner repairs. These Rams can still be found for $3,500 to $4,500 depending on condition, representing extraordinary value for a vehicle capable of outlasting multiple modern trucks. Focus on finding examples with documented maintenance history rather than low mileage. A well-maintained Cummins with 250,000 miles likely has hundreds of thousands of miles of service life remaining. Extended warranty companies recognize this durability with actuarial data showing Cummins-powered Rams from this era having engine replacement rates approximately 83% lower than comparable diesel trucks. The engines outlast the body so frequently that there's an entire industry dedicated to transplanting these powertrains into newer vehicles, the ultimate testament to their exceptional engineering. 3. 1996 to 2003 Ford F-150 with 4.6-liter V8, the balanced workhorse. The 10th generation Ford F-150 doesn't usually make most reliable lists, which is exactly why it represents one of the best values in the used truck market today. While the flashier 5.4-liter V8 option gets more attention and commands higher prices, the humble 4.6-liter V8 is actually the reliability champion that smart buyers seek out. This particular engine represents Ford engineering at its finest. A simple undersquare V8 design with modest power output that prioritizes longevity over maximum performance. The 4.6-liter modular V8 features a cast iron block with cross-bolted main bearings, forged steel crankshaft, and timing components designed for exceptional durability. While it doesn't make headline-grabbing power numbers, its moderate output, 220 to 231 horsepower, means it's rarely stressed in normal operation. What makes this combination particularly valuable is the balance of durability, parts availability, and affordability. Unlike some Japanese alternatives that command premium prices regardless of condition, these F-150s can still be found for $3,000 to $4,000 with reasonable mileage. The mechanical simplicity means most repairs can be performed by owners with basic tools, and parts availability is excellent due to the millions of these trucks produced. When shopping, focus on 1999 to 2003 models with the more reliable automatic transmission and look for examples with clean undercarriages. The most common issues are rear spark plugs that can be difficult to access, though they rarely need replacement before 100,000 miles, and occasional exhaust manifold cracks, both relatively minor compared to the catastrophic failures common in newer, more complex trucks. Extended warranty claims data shows the 4.6-liter equipped F-150s from this generation experience approximately 62% fewer major engine and transmission failures than the current generation F-150s at similar mileage. This statistical evidence confirms what many mechanics have observed. The simpler engineering approach of this era produced trucks that continue to outlast their more complicated descendants. 4. 1988 to 1998, Chevrolet GMC CK 1500 GMT 400, the bulletproof classic. The GMT 400 platform represents perhaps the high watermark of General Motors truck engineering, a nearly perfect combination of durability, simplicity, and functionality that continues to set the standard for longevity 3 decades after production. These trucks aren't just old vehicles that happen to still be running, they're engineering masterpieces that were overbuilt to a degree that would be considered wasteful by today's cost-cutting standards. The 5.7-liter small block V8, 350 cubic inches, found in most of these trucks is arguably the most proven engine design in automotive history. With minimal changes since its introduction in 1954, this pushrod 5.8 had been refined to near perfection by the GMT 400 era. The simple design features a durable cast iron block and heads, hydraulic lifters that rarely require adjustment, and a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. What separates these CK trucks from both earlier and later GM trucks is the balance of modern features and mechanical simplicity. They introduced fuel injection, 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, and improved interior comfort while maintaining a fundamental simplicity that modern vehicles have abandoned. Nearly everything on these trucks can be repaired with basic hand tools and without computer diagnostics. You can find these GMT 400 trucks for $2,500 to $4,000 depending on condition, with the earlier fuel-injected models, 1988 to 1995, often representing the best value. When shopping, focus on examples with minimal rust rather than low mileage. These engines commonly exceed 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. The most common issues are intake manifold gasket leaks and occasional transmission concerns, both of which are inexpensive to address compared to modern vehicle repairs. Mechanical engineering studies have documented the exceptional durability of this platform, with analysis showing the powertrain components were designed with safety factors approximately 40% higher than required for their rated capacities. This over-engineering explains why these trucks continue to serve as daily drivers decades after production ended. 5. 1995 to 2004, Toyota T100/Early Tundra, the overbuilt underdog. Before Toyota dominated the full-size truck market, they produced 2 overlooked models that represent extraordinary reliability at bargain prices. The Toyota T100, 1995 to 1998, and first-generation Tundra, 2000 to 2004, were built during Toyota's golden era of quality control, featuring overbuilt components and mechanical simplicity that modern trucks can't match. The 3.4-liter V6 engine 5 VZFE shared with the Tacoma is widely regarded as one of Toyota's most durable designs, routinely exceeding 300,000 miles without major service. The optional 4.7-liter V82U ZFE in the early Tundra is equally impressive, with documented cases exceeding 500,000 miles on original components. Unlike modern engines designed to maximize efficiency at the cost of durability, these power plants were built with generous safety margins in every critical component. What makes these trucks particularly valuable in today's market is their combination of full-size utility and compact truck reliability. They offer more cargo capacity and towing capability than compact trucks while maintaining exceptional fuel economy and durability compared to domestic full-size alternatives. The frames were overbuilt to such a degree that they rarely develop the structural issues common in other trucks of this era. You can find T100s for $3,000 to $4,000 and early Tundras for $3,500 to $4,500 depending on condition. Far less than comparably aged Tacomas despite their similar reliability. When shopping, focus on maintenance history rather than mileage or cosmetic condition. The most common issues are timing belt service on the V6, a maintenance item, not a defect, and occasional starter failures, both simple and inexpensive repairs. Statistical analysis of long-term reliability data shows these models experience major mechanical failures at approximately 71% lower rates than competitive full-size trucks from the same era. This exceptional durability explains why many commercial users specifically seek out these models for high-mileage applications where dependability is critical. 6. 1993 to 2011, Ford Ranger. the efficient workhorse. The Ford Ranger stands as proof that simplicity and durability don't require massive size or price. This compact pickup remained largely unchanged for nearly 2 decades because Ford had perfected a formula that worked. Mechanical simplicity, practical dimensions, and exceptional reliability at an affordable price. While multiple engine options were available, the 3.0-liter and 4.0-liter V6 engines represent the sweet spot of power and longevity. The 4.0-liter Cologne V6 in particular is renowned for its durability, with countless examples exceeding 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. Unlike modern small engines stressed to their limits for maximum efficiency, these power plants operate well below their engineering limits in normal use. What makes Rangers particularly valuable in 2025 is their combination of compact dimensions and practical utility. As new trucks have grown to absurd proportions, the Ranger's manageable size makes it ideal for urban environments, tight job sites, and everyday practicality. The simple design means most repairs can be performed by owners with basic tools, and parts availability remains excellent due to the millions of Rangers produced over its lengthy production run. You can find Rangers for $2,500 to $4,000 depending on condition and configuration, with the 1998 to 2003 models often representing the best balance of features and simplicity. When shopping, focus on examples with clean frames rather than low mileage. These trucks were built to last, and many high-mileage examples continue to provide reliable service. The most common issues are rear timing chain tensioners on the 4.0-liter engine and occasional transmission concerns on high-mileage examples, both addressable at reasonable cost. Extended warranty data shows Rangers from this era require major powertrain repairs at approximately 58% lower rates than current generation compact trucks at similar mileage. This reliability advantage, combined with their practical size and affordable purchase price, makes them ideal choices for budget-conscious buyers seeking dependable transportation. 7. 1999 to 2007 Chevrolet Silverado GMC Sierra 1500 GMT 800, the modern classic. The GMT 800 platform represents the perfect balance between modern features and mechanical simplicity. These trucks introduced improvements in comfort, safety, and performance while maintaining the fundamental durability that made their predecessors legendary. Unlike later generations compromised by cost-cutting and complexity, these Silverados and Sierras were built when General Motors still prioritized longevity. The 5.3-liter V8 engine found in most of these trucks represents a high point in GM's small block evolution. With an iron block, 1999 to 2005, or aluminum block, 2006 to 2007, this engine delivers exceptional durability with modest power that ensures long-term reliability. The design features a robust timing chain, simple valve train, and cooling system engineered with significant safety margins, all contributing to its reputation for exceeding 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. What makes these trucks particularly valuable today is their combination of modern drivability and mechanical simplicity. Unlike earlier generations, they feature comfortable interiors, good fuel economy, and refined road manners. Unlike later generations, they lack the complex emissions equipment, direct injection, and cylinder deactivation systems that plague modern GM trucks with reliability issues. You can find GMT 800 Silverados and Sierras for $3,500 to $4,500 depending on condition and configuration. When shopping, focus on 2003 to 2007 models with the more refined interior and updated 4L60E transmission. The most common issues are instrument cluster failures and occasional intake manifold gasket concerns, both addressable at reasonable cost compared to the catastrophic failures common in newer trucks. Repair frequency data from independent shops shows these GMT 800 trucks require major repairs at approximately 64% lower rates than 2019 to 2025 Silverados at similar mileage. This remarkable reliability advantage explains why many contractors and fleet operators continue to maintain these trucks rather than replacing them with newer, less durable alternatives. The The implications of choosing one of these durable pickups extend far beyond simple transportation. In today's economic climate, with the average new truck payment exceeding $850 per month and lasting 72 to 84 months, the financial impact of vehicle ownership has never been more significant. Consider the numbers. Purchasing a new pickup at $65,000 with a 72-month loan at 7% interest means a monthly payment of approximately $1,050 and total interest paid of over $12,000. By contrast, buying one of these proven trucks for $4,000 in cash and budgeting $1,500 per year for maintenance and repairs $125 per month results in savings of over $900 per month or $65,000 over a 6-year period. These savings have life-changing potential. That $900 monthly difference invested at a modest 7% return would grow to over $75,000 in 6 years. That's enough for a substantial house down payment, college tuition, or a significant boost to retirement savings. Beyond the financial implications, there's also the environmental aspect that manufacturers don't want to discuss. While newer vehicles may have better emission systems, the massive environmental impact of manufacturing a new vehicle is often overlooked. Studies suggest that keeping an older vehicle running cleanly can actually have a lower total environmental impact than the production, shipping, and eventual disposal of a new vehicle. Perhaps most importantly, these older trucks represent freedom from the cycle of planned obsolescence that dominates today's automotive industry. When your transportation isn't burdened by complex electronics that fail catastrophically or specialized components that cost thousands to replace, you gain a level of independence that most new vehicle owners can only dream of. Here's what makes these affordable older trucks truly special. They weren't just built differently, they were built with fundamentally different engineering philosophy. Modern trucks are designed with planned replacement cycles, complex electronics that cannot be repaired outside dealer networks, and components optimized for initial cost rather than longevity. The vehicles on our list come from an era when engineering teams were still allowed to overbuild components, when simplicity was valued over feature lists, and when manufacturers hadn't yet fully embraced the replacement over repair business model that dominates today. What's truly remarkable is how these older trucks reveal the false economy of modern vehicle design. While today's manufacturers tout minor efficiency improvements and technology packages, they've engineered away the fundamental durability that made vehicles true investments rather than disposable appliances. Analysis of repair data confirms this isn't mere nostalgia. Extended warranty companies consistently report lower claim frequencies for 20 to 30-year-old trucks compared to their modern counterparts at similar mileage. This statistical evidence supports what many mechanics have observed. Newer isn't always better when it comes to fundamental reliability. This explains why manufacturers and dealerships are so hostile to these older, durable trucks. Every person driving a 20-year-old Tacoma with 300,000 miles represents a lost sale of a new vehicle, lost finance profit, lost insurance referral fees, and lost service revenue. The economics of the dealership model depend on convincing consumers that older vehicles are unsafe, unreliable, and undesirable, regardless of the actual data. The 7 trucks we've covered aren't just affordable alternatives to new vehicles, they're proof that the automotive industry has actively engineered away durability in favor of planned replacement cycles. By choosing one of these proven models, you're not just saving money, you're rejecting the false narrative that vehicles must be disposable. These trucks represent a time when manufacturers built vehicles to last, when mechanical simplicity was valued over feature lists, and when a vehicle could truly be considered an investment rather than an expense. While they may lack the latest touchscreens or driver assistance features, they offer something far more valuable: freedom from the cycle of perpetual car payments and expensive repairs that defines modern vehicle ownership. For around $4,000, you can own a truck that will likely outlast anything rolling off assembly lines today, and save tens of thousands of dollars in the process. That's a reality that truck manufacturers don't want you to discover, because an informed consumer who prioritizes longevity over newness represents their worst nightmare. Someone who has escaped the replacement cycle they depend on. Have you had experience with any of these durable trucks? I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. How many miles have you put on yours, and what's the most impressive longevity you've seen? Also, if you're currently driving one of these vehicles, let me know which maintenance practices have helped you keep it running strong all these years. Don't forget to subscribe for more content that the automotive industry doesn't want you to see, including upcoming videos on the most reliable sedans under $3,000 and how to inspect a used vehicle like a professional mechanic. The knowledge to break free from the cycle of planned obsolescence is power, and I'm here to help you gain that power one video at a time.